It's Two Sheds Gabby, and here is today's results. It was a pretty light day for me today, and I just picked up 2 boxes of halves, 2 pennies, and 1 nickel. And the first thing I'll do is check the halves and see if they're older or all brand new. Both boxes have circulated coins, so the search is on. Cool beans. Okay, I've got a search on. In the first box here, all the rolls had your normal 225 something or another grams that you normally see in your standard non-silver rolls. This one had 226.2. So that's not really enough usually for there to be a 90% silver. I'm hoping there's a 40% or something in there. I have gotten 40% silvers on rolls that were like 225.7 or 0.8, so I don't know why it's a couple over, but it usually, in order to get a 90%er, it's 226.5 or 6 or something like that. So I don't know. I'll open this one first and let you know. Well, right there in the center, there is a silver, and it has the markings of the 40% silver. That little darker side on the right of it, that's usually an indication of a 40% silver, which I am totally happy to get these days. Yep, 1965, 40% silver. Well, that's extremely cool. I'm not skunked. So anything else after this is just more bonus. I'm about, I don't know, a dozen rows in. And I've got a coin right there that looks interesting, but it didn't weigh extra on the scale, but it definitely looks interesting, so I don't know what to expect. Well, I think it's going to be silver. Oh, it's a 90%. It didn't look quite right, but we have a 40%er. Cool beans, that's 2. All right, neato. Well, folks, I believe I've got about 15 rows left. It's still in this first box. I believe we might have another one right there. $1966. So now we have 65, 66, and 67. How about them apples? Well, folks, can you believe it? I got 3 silver coins in one box. First time this year with $half. That's crazy. I got another box to go through. Also, I just wanted to mention, I usually keep like around a half a roll of other $half so that when I do find something in a roll that I keep, and I'll use one of these others I keep laying around to fill the row. So I try to take full boxes back to the banks whenever I can. A couple of them have told me that they prefer it that way. You don't have to, but I try to comply the best I can. 3 in 1 row. I got another box to go yet. Here we go. There's a couple of things I wanted to show you also in between boxes. I picked these up today at one of the banks I went to. $8. None of them are silver, but I love to get these whenever I can find them. I went into a bank, one of the banks I went into today. I asked the teller if he had any, and he didn't. But the lady standing next to him went over her drawer, and she said, "I've been saving these for you." It's like, oh, cool beans. I got some at this very bank a month or so ago, and so I told her that I really like to get them. So she came across a few and saved them for me. That was really neat. And then I found this. This is a little bit interesting. Well, what do you have there, Two Sheds? Is it just a quarter? Kind of. It's a half a quarter. Is that wild? See how thin it is? I pulled it out of a coin machine and thought, that feels weird. And I turn it over and it's just copper. It's smooth as can be. That's pretty wild. Well, out of all the rolls in that box, I had one that was just a little bit over the 225 mark. It's not enough to be a 90%er, but with any luck, it'll have a 40%er in it. I have had them weigh this much and not have silver in it. But in the first box, It did. Let's hope this one does too. Well, this one does not. There's nothing in there to warrant looking at. It's all copper. Could it be in the 12th row in the second box? I have another silver right there next to the shiny one. You see it right there? Look at that. Look at that. Silver number 4. Oh my goodness. I won't have to alert the media. I'm halfway through the second box and I have the 1 plus the 3 from the first box, which is the best I've done so far this year. But I was just talking to a friend about this very thing this morning. Even though I've already done better than I've done this year, can't I just get one more? Well, we didn't get another, but 4 is the best I've done this year in $half. So let's get over to the annual silver box. Well, 4 more silvers today gets me up to 56. That's pretty cool. Also, got these tubes for my Ikes. All right, folks. Thanks for watching, and I will get started on some nickels later on tonight.